born ready.
Go for it.
Okay, so the connections that we have, the three-way valve wires directly into the outdoor unit on terminals 81, C26 and 61. So blue, black and brown go into these wires. Polarity is important, you have to get that color coding correct. So try not to mess that up. We have a hot water sensor which tells the system the temperature of the hot water cylinder, and that wires into C19 and C119 and then gets put into the tank. If your tank doesn't have a pocket, you can use this. If it does have a pocket, you can slide it in. So CN19, CN119 is these two terminals here, and this is a very unclear labeling system. So we have a bunch of labels here and a bunch of labels here. Now these labels relate to these holes and these labels relate to these holes. So it's very, very easy to get confused and think, oh yeah, that one's that one, that one's that one. That's not the case. These labels are these holes, these labels are these holes.
Cool.
So CN19, CN119 are these two holes. So the hot water probe basically goes in here. Now we have a 3-core communication line which goes between the hot water box and the outdoor unit, and that's this line here on the drawing, and that's plus 12 VDC, sine and ground, and that's basically these three holes. So don't get confused. We have a safety thermostat on the hot water cylinder, which is basically just an open close, so not an NTC, just an open close contact. And that is an override for the electric element.
Yeah.
So if the temperature goes above 65 degrees, it basically unhooks the relay, which stops the electric element from running. So it's a safety feature, it's not used in control. So that's A1 and C210. So here's our A1 and here's our C210. So it's basically these two holes in there. The other output we have is to our electric backup. So that's out of the CM2 relay, which is basically this bad boy here. And we have terminal 2 and terminal 4.
And that goes to the immersion heater.
Correct. And so that's these two connections in here, number 2, number 4. That's it.
Cool.
Oh, plus a 15 amp supply phase neutral earth. So it has to be 15 amps to drive the electric element. That's the only reason the power's so high.
And that provides anti-Legionella?
Yes.